Hey, thanks for stopping by, and welcome to my third monthly report where I go over my income from stock photography and video sales, as well as kind of share some of my thoughts about what I've learned throughout this whole process. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Joel. I'm a photographer and filmmaker, and I've recently started doing stock photography and video as well, and try to see if I can build a mostly passive income stream with it. So today's video is all about November, and I have to say it was a major disappointment. So despite my best intentions, I only managed to add just a handful of images. I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 images to the bulk of the stock agencies I contribute to in November. Instead, what I did is I focused on WIrestock. On WIrestock, I actually added 130 images, and no videos, just 130 images. And I've been kind of tracking how long it takes for them to actually approve something once you submit it, and then following that through to see how long it takes for it to actually get processed with the keywording and submitted to all the stock sites. So stay tuned for kind of an update on that. I'm actually working on a couple of videos about WIrestock right now. In fact, I've got one coming out here really soon, which is just kind of an overview of the platform as well. All right, so now let's go over my November 2021 stock photo and video earnings. So starting with my best performing stock agencies first, that was actually 2020. So there I have 572 images that are actually cleared for their marketplace. And of that, I had 8 downloads for a whole whopping $5. That's an RPD of 63 cents. I didn't actually place very well in any contest. I think I only submitted to one contest. They do these weekly challenges, and I only entered one. So I didn't win any extra bonus things from that. Overall, actually kind of a low number of downloads for me. I usually average quite a bit higher than that, like between 18 or 20 downloads on that site. And but I have to say it's still fairly consistent income. $5 is not too bad. I mean, even sometimes when I have 20 downloads, I may only have maybe $8 or $9. So it's not too bad. And the RPD is pretty good. So can't go wrong with that. I think, that might be a benefit of the revenue share model they use versus kind of like your fixed subscription price kind of thing. So actually I have a video about 2020 as well that I'm working on, and I just finished writing it, so I'll have that up as well very soon. So now we'll go over some of the pictures that are consistently being downloaded on 2020 for me. These two were actually from the same shoot. This first one is a cowboy herding horses. That was shot in Texas, actually on a really crappy lens, believe it or not. It was an old Tamron 7300, like from a stills camera, like really old. I got that lens back in 2001. But this is some of the last stuff I shot on that lens. But anyways, there's that one, and then also this one right here, which is some horses running at sunset. And again, both of these were that same shoot. I talked about it a couple videos ago in I think my September earnings video, but it was a video that I produced in Texas, actually in the Big Bend area, which is absolutely phenomenally beautiful. If you ever get an opportunity to go out there, it's just breathtaking. But we did a whole shoot with horses and cowboys and things like that, so I was smart enough to remember to bring my camera with me, and I was able to kind of grab some shots while we were rolling and everything. So yay, those are still paying dividends now. All right, next up we're going to talk about the stock agency that I can't talk about. Its initials are SS. You probably know what that is. There I have 614 images, and I have 39 videos as of November. 17 downloads total for $4.69. So that's an RPD, or revenue per download, of 28 cents. So it's not the best. A lot of those were subscriptions, subscription downloads, which, as you know, can be anywhere from 10 cents to 18 cents or whatever on average. I guess sometimes they go a little higher than that, but anyways, another kind of crappy month there for me. Again, I only added like 5 or 6 photos and videos. I think it was like maybe 2 pictures and 4 or 5 videos. So of those though, I did have one on-demand sale. So that's one of the sales that are not a part of a subscription service. And that was of this one right here. This is the Port of Seattle. That was $1.96 I earned for that one. This was actually an image that I took on a trip back to Seattle, like, gosh, 11 years ago. I took it in 2009. And if you've watched my other videos, I've talked about how I've been trying to go through kind of my back catalog of images where I kind of I'm a collector of memories, I like to say, where I just photograph a bunch of stuff and then I never find time to actually edit any of the photos. So especially back then, because I had a full like photography business going on, right, weddings and things. So anyway, I finally got around to editing it. And this next one is actually also from Seattle, but this was actually from right before the pandemic. In fact, the week before the lockdowns in Washington State. So this was from March of 2020, and this one earned 58 cents. So this, I think, was actually a subscription download. But you can see just the Seattle skyline there. That was taken on a different lens and a different camera system completely. All right, next up is Dreamstime. I very rarely get any sales on Dreamstime, but I did get this one this time. So I had 721 images and 75 videos over on Dreamstime. I had 2 downloads in November for a total of $4.42, which is an RPD of $2.21. So that's actually like a really, really good RPD. Like I said, I was surprised to actually sell anything on Dreamstime because it's my second largest portfolio, but I never sell anything there. So this is the image right here. This one is a bunch of rowers actually silhouetted at sunset, and this sold for $4.07. I was actually in Florida when I shot this, when I was going on this crazy non-stop photo safari where I basically shot sunsets for like 12 days in a row, which I'm still editing those pictures because that's a lot of pictures. This was shot with a Tamron 70-180 lens, and I shot it on an A7 III. I was mostly focused on the sunset there rather than the rowers, which is kind of why I was surprised it sold, because the rowers are actually, in the foreground out of focus, and the focus is on the sunset there. And then here's another one, the other one that sold on Dreamstime as well, and this was taken on a flight to Oahu in the morning actually. It was an editorial image that sold for a whopping 35 cents. Man, I wish I was in Hawaii right now. That is so beautiful. All right, next up is Adobe Stock, where I have 504 images and 23 videos on my portfolio. I had 3 photo sales for $2.88. That's a RPD of 96 cents, so actually not too bad. But no video sale this month. So again, that's a big bummer. I've been kind of trying to get, I know 23 videos isn't a whole lot, so I can't expect a whole lot of sales from that. I do hope to add a lot more videos on Adobe Stock here. So as far as notable sales, I do have this one here. This one sold for $1.56. This is Lake Tahoe. It's actually Emerald Bay, taken on a road trip from I think 2 years ago, when my wife and I basically sold everything and moved across the country. It was sold as a commercial image, even though there's people in it. Adobe took it because the people are in no way recognizable. Now, some stock sites can be a little bit more finicky than that, and they will still require a model release for even a silhouette of somebody. So I basically usually just try it, and if it rejects, then I'll re-upload it as an editorial instead. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the next one was actually a picture of myself. So this is actually model released. That's me. I sold this one for a whopping 99 cents. So now I know my value. It was from the same road trip, but this was actually shot in Santa Fe. And yeah, I really enjoyed our time there. But again, these were actually all both also shot on the A7 III. And I think this was a 28 to 75 Tamron lens that I shot these on. Next up is Eyeem. So I very rarely get any sales on Eyeem, and when I do, they're usually through the partner program that they have with iStock and Getty, and that's what these were. So I have 815 images on the marketplace with 343 images in their partner marketplace. I sold 3 photos for $1.35, so nothing spectacular there. It's an RPD of 45 cents. Of course, remember, anytime they do a partnership, Eyeem is taking half that commission, so, and then you're getting your half of your commission or whatever from them. So it really reduces the commission down. So I do actually have an iStock Getty account, but I've only got like 12 images on there because I just haven't found the time to like upload a massive amount of pictures with all of the keywording and everything else. So it's just hasn't been a priority. I mostly focus on stock agencies that I can upload through like my Microstock Plus app, which allows me just to kind of upload, to connect to a bunch of different agencies and upload everything at one time. So it's a big time saver for me. That's what I've been focusing on. So obviously I'm probably losing out on money by having my images go through Eyeem's partner program versus directly on like iStock Getty. But you know, at this point, maybe I'll come back around to that at a later time. But right now it's not as important to me. This was the best seller of the 3. It was a shot of Mono Lake in California, and also from that same road trip. So it's kind of weird. I got this theme going on here. For some reason, November, I'm selling a whole bunch of pictures from the same road trip, just randomly. Anyways, as far as all the other sites that I'm on, all my other portfolios, I made a grand total of 25 cents. Yay! I had one image sale at Pond 5 that was actually returned, so I don't know what even that means. It's kind of a bummer though, because I've only had one other sale on Pond 5, image-wise. And actually no video sales, come to think of it too. So I don't know. But I did upload another 20 images to my fineartamerica/pixels.com account, where I've been trying to sell like, you know, kind of fine art stuff. And but so far no sales there either. So my total for the month was $18.59. That's with 34 total image downloads and an RPD of 55 cents. Kind of a crappy month overall, and you know, it kind of ruins my streak of like where each month I've been earning more and more and more. So, you know, that's a bummer. But it is nice to see at least a download from Dreamstime and something from Eyeem. All right, so now for my final thoughts. Basically, going into December, I think I'm going to try to keep on focusing on adding more videos to my portfolio, because I do believe that the videos are going to pay off more money for, you know, fewer downloads in the long run. Other than that, I'm actually still working through my back catalog of images that I mentioned before. Like, I've still got so many pictures. I can't even tell you how many pictures I have. The bulk of those I've decided just to upload to WIrestock. Do that first, since it does hit like the 5 main sites I already upload to. See how those go, and then maybe I'll take the rest of those images and, you know, start putting them up on all the other sites. I know I need to definitely up my social media game, and if anybody, you guys follow me on Instagram, you can see that, because I haven't posted in a very long time. It's like, for me, it's a mental game. I have to get in the mindset of social media. I just don't have like, I don't wake up and think like, oh my gosh, I got to post these amazing pictures. So I got a lot of pictures I could post. I just keep forgetting to do it. So I will try to get better at that. Additionally, I haven't spent any more time on getting any kind of model released images taken care of. I'm still kind of sorting out the requirements. And to be perfectly honest, I just haven't put a whole lot of time into that. It hasn't been my priority. I do have an app that allows me to do it, but there's a couple of the sites are kind of throwing me off a little bit as far as which ones require the model released images, like per session or versus overall. And I guess I can go ahead and upload all those images to the ones that are already set up, but I keep forgetting to do it. So maybe I will get to that in December, or maybe I'll just focus on that in the new year. That's it, guys. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I hope it inspires you with your own stock photo and or video journey. love to hear from you in the comments. I've been getting a lot comments, and I really appreciate it. I try to answer anything I can. If I can be of help, I will absolutely try to do that. You know the rest. Like, subscribe, follow along, and there's going to be details in the description, as well as a link to my blog post about this as well. Thanks again. Cheers.